Yeah, this is just for notes because I don't think I'm going to be remembering a lot of the details in the future, so I can go back and remember where I was. So all of these titles that I'm putting on these videos are not for you. It can be if you want, but they're it's like a diary for me. I'm documenting things so I can kind of know what I was thinking at the time because everything changes so fast. I thought I gotta document this. And today I got the more expansive thinking about what it is with joy expanding from the inside, which is something that's new to me. I mean, I always thought I had to manipulate the energy or do something to create, you know, something happening positive, and then I'd feel good, but or bad in some cases. But I was shown that I have joy coming from inside me now. Now I don't know if it's Palladians that are helping me, that are encouraging me, knowing that I'm on the right track, or because everything happens all at once and they see the end result. Uh, or maybe it's just I'm supposed to know what true joy is. Everything else comes from inside. Why not your true joy? Happiness is just a state of being, for you're having things going your way. But joy is a deep, it's tied in with bliss. Bliss and joy are the only thing that I really live for. I think those two things. And to be tapped into, to be thinking, oh my God, I am a star seed. I'm one of the oldest star seeds on the planet. Billy Meyer, I think, is the oldest. He's 87. he's a, he's a star seed. Anybody from another planet is a star seed. I had that kind of confused, but I thought I didn't know what it was, but it's definitely a star seed. I'm definitely a star seed. I'm an ET. I'm a Palladian having a spiritual experience incarnated in 3D in Earth. And one of the things I figured out is, the brain is kind of a temptation here to use, but it's so used to taking control. So what you have to do is kind of leave your brain at home. Your brain always deals with future or hypothetical, which is future, or past. It's never in the present moment, but your heart is. And your heart also has a brain, and your heart is supposed to be the one guiding you. And this is where your intuition lies. This is where your soul plan is. Everything is in your heart. Your higher self, your soul is everywhere inside you, but you are your soul, basically. But your soul is massive. Your soul is so big. Your soul is a perfect reflection of God. Anybody with a soul has a soul that's perfect. Perfectly. Now, they may have heaped a bunch of shit on top of it and they got to make their way back. They don't have to make their way back, but it'd be recommended. Because there's not much time left. You can't fuck around with the evil now. I mean, you could lose. You could just end up, and if you lose, that means you're staying here with all these evil fucks, and they're going to take major control after we leave. And then eventually all the people will die, and then when they reincarnate, they will reincarnate to a planet that doesn't have any evil. So they will progress much quicker, and they'll make it back up to 5D. But you can make 5D now. Anybody can make 5D now even if they're evil, even if they get up, eat their Cheerios, and think of a baby to eat that day or whatever. Even they can change. There isn't anybody that doesn't have a choice. But it's a major choice to turn from harming and ridiculing and disdain for stupid people and then doing evil things to them and then to switch from that, saying, man, I'm sorry, I would never do that today, because you're recognizing the God in them, and that's why you can do that. And that is uh, your soul loves you 100%, infinitely, unconditional love, all the time. So that's where your self-esteem should be coming, not from the outside. You should be looking to your soul saying, can you show me how you can love me throughout this and this? And then he does. And it's beautiful. He has a way of communicating to me through the back door. But, your soul knows exactly how to communicate with you if you ask him. But you never ask. You think you got this shit handled yourself. But it's really become dependent on your soul. You're actually dependent on yourself. But it's your best self. It's the one that has all the answers. It's the one that has all the guides, and it's just infinitely, beautiful. Your soul is beautiful. You're a child of God. To have a soul is just amazing, and there's billions of people on the planet that don't have a soul. They're clones. They're NPCs, and they won't make the shift. Along with the evil, won't make the shift. So there'll be a stargate that will appear beside you, and you will jump in it or walk into it or something. But it will appear to you if you made it at some point. And it's pretty much everybody's going to be happening all at once. And there's going to be a bunch of huge pyramid-size crystals that are going to come to the surface that the Pleiadians have buried millions of years ago. Those are going to be important because crystals are very powerful, and we become very more in tune with the spirit of the crystals when we leave this planet. And anyway, the crystals are necessary for the shift. What else? Everybody will go to 5D New Earth at first, and then you can hang around there. But eventually you're going to go back to your original planet, and you're going to want to. But nobody's got a thing like, you gotta get out of here, we're closing. There ain't none of that shit going on. It's eternity, man. It's billions of years. We're billions of years old, man. We could just pick whatever age we want to be. I'm going back and forth anywhere from 19 to 33 years old, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. 30 seems to be a race. Or 33 was Jesus, supposedly. 33 vertebrae. But I think Jesus died or left. He never died. Jesus left the Earth in a spaceship, a Pleiadian spaceship. He left in there, and just all these lights showed up, and then he went away. He never said he was coming back to be king. He never said he's going to die for your sins. He didn't say he was going to save you from hell. It was all bullshit made up by demons who wrote the fucking Bible. It's a fucking book, a holy book. Even Jesus knew it was full of shit when he came. He goes, hey, Pharisees, come here. Seth, come here. He goes, you know where your God says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth? I'm calling bullshit. That's what I think that's what he meant. He says, I could see God saying, hey, there you go, man. I'll turn the other cheek, and you hit me there too if you want. I don't care. I mean, when you're God, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. There's no control of people. Of course he could control us. It'll be boring as fuck. Everything, free will is so important because it distinguishes the difference between a human being At least on Earth, I don't know. I don't know what it's like. I know there's no secrets. I know when you walk up to somebody, you can't say, "Well, I'm going to go read a book. Need some private time." I don't think that'll happen. I think somebody walks up to you and you walk up to them. You know everything about them and they know everything about you. And that's okay. It's all right. I mean, you get used to different ways of communicating. And it can be expansive. You can see the evolution in a person. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be like. I'm not. It's going to be a surprise when I get there. But I know a little bit about what's coming. I know the sky is going to change color, and the sky will be filled with Palladian craft and Arcturian and Orion and Sirian all over the world. The whole planet will be covered. And it won't matter about the sky or any of that. That veil is going to be lifted. And then right after that, we're going to have a Stargate appear beside us. And we're going to get in that. And I think we go through a black hole for some kind of cleanup. But when we come out of there, we are bubbling with joy. And then we go into 5D New Earth. And I just imagine everybody around celebrating and saying, "We did it. We made it. We fucking made it. We got over here. We didn't die. Hey, I like your outfit, man. What are you, 30? Yeah. How'd you know?" Jesus. Because I'm 32 also. Or 32 or 30 also, or 27, 26, 19 I've had. I don't know what I'll be. I'm just going to I'm going to ask my soul, what age? I mean, should I come in at? You know, and I don't know. I don't know if I like having black hair either. Black hair. I like blue eyes, but black hair, black. I don't want to look like Loki or some warlord or some shit. But anyway, we can change that then. But we're gonna have an eternal body that doesn't age, that never gets disease. It's just perfect. It never ages, never gets disease. You never get old with it. You always stay the same age. And you can go wherever you want. You can go in any dimension. At least I'll be able to. I don't know. Palladians, there's like 75 million Palladians incarnated on Earth, more than the rest of them. But the rest of them, another 125 million if you mix them all together. But some of them only got like Bob and Jake are here from Voodoo or something. You'll meet them at Sheen. You'll meet them at Sheen. Jesus Christ, by the time we get done meeting everybody, it doesn't matter about time because, you can spend 10 years with one person. You can spend 10 years. It doesn't matter. There's no time. You breathe in chi all the time. There's no duality. There's no negative force pushing back on you. You don't die ever. Like if you're alive now, you probably will never die. If you're listening to this, you probably will never die. And the only choice is, well, you got one choice that is fear and fear and evil, and the other side is love. And so you try to focus every day on something that is love, because God, the source, created everything. So God is love, and so love is everywhere. So you have to look for it. You can't get distracted. Chicken! There's a chicken! You can't get distracted by shit on the news and stuff like that. So you leave your brain at home, and then you just operate, in this joy. And then, well, first you go into, you arrive into your divine inner sanctum. You're inside your soul every day. I've arrived and I'm home. Arrived in my divine inner sanctum. Arrived in my soul. I enjoy being here. That you're in eternity right now. So you go in your soul. You don't have to ask for protection because you're already protected. Your soul. I mean, if anything evil saw your soul, they'd run with their tail between their legs. They'd be scared shitless. And that's where you are. You're not separate. You're one with your soul. And you're just saying, I want to be one with my soul. I surrender all myself to my soul. And I'm just going to ride it out with him. It's a perfect ride. Right, I like this. So, but I don't know. There was a note in there somewhere. But the main thing is, if you want to be present, whenever you're in your heart, you're present. Whenever you're present, you're in your heart. You can't be one without the other. The heart is always present, and that's where all the good guys are. That's where they hang out. So your soul is also in your pineal gland, seat of the soul. So, man, now's the time really to just relax and, have your joy turn into bliss and ease into bliss into your consciousness. Go out in the nature and just ease into love. And so that's all. Anyway, that's all for today.